gonna be sitting on the floor for this one. Now to get my shit together really quick. Business. That's not right. Okay. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Waldorf. If you're new here, hello. What is up? Happy to have you. Today, we are going to be doing a Seattle-related video. I haven't done one of these in a minute, and I thought that this one would be very beneficial for anybody that's looking to move to Seattle or is already here and looking to move to Seattle. I don't know what I'm saying. I wanted to make a video on the best times to move to Seattle because I feel like it's a question I get all the time, and I wanted to just like address it in this video, and that's what this video is going to be about. If you guys end up liking the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already. It helps my channel out and it just lets me know what kind of content you want to see. Okay, before I say anything else, I just want to put a disclaimer out there because these videos get a little dicey. Everything I'm about to say is my personal opinion. The information I'm pulling from is my own experience. This isn't like factual based. It's just, I've been out here almost 4 years and it's just my opinion. So if you got something to say about it, say it, because it helps me out. But just know that it's my opinion, and I sometimes don't know what I'm talking about, but from experience, this is what I feel like I now know. Yes, I think that's all. Okay, let's get into the video. I wrote down a plethora of notes. So when is the best time to move to Seattle or in Seattle? There's no right answer for this question. There just isn't. Like, there's no secret formula that I've come up with, that I've seen other people come up with, that makes one point in time better than the others to move into Seattle. And that's, I feel like, with any city. But I will say this, I do think that there are specific times throughout the year that are better than others, but they both come with their pros and cons, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. For starters, a lot of leases, I'm sure in every city, start around like school time, so like end of August, maybe beginning of August and September. That is, in my opinion, the busiest time to look for an apartment. If you're thinking of moving out here around that time, I would say don't do it because there's just so many people looking, and it gives landlords the opportunity to raise prices, to kind of put in hidden fees here and there, because they know that they are going to lease the place no matter if you take it or somebody else takes it. I look all the time for housing in Seattle because I'm a sick human being. And I've just found that in that time, and also I moved during that time, prices are higher. You don't get as much bang for your buck in the September-ish time frame. With that being said too, sometimes it's unavoidable. Like sometimes you just need to move in that time. But if you can, if you're moving here especially, like try not to move in that time frame, because you're just gonna find that, yes, there's more places maybe to look at, but people jump on it so quick. It's almost always first come, first serve. So you could just be applying to all these places and not getting them because you're just a hair behind somebody else. That has happened to Gus and I so many different times. And it's really discouraging. Yeah, it's just not the best time to move. Okay, so now that we've kind of got that out of the way, let me take a sip of coffee because damn. Okay. So let's move on to the funner part of this video. There's no fun part of this video, maybe. The more important part of this video, when is the best time to move? Okay, so in my experience, we're serious here. The best time to move is in the winter and springtime. If you're gonna move in, let's just say like December, no one wants to move in December, okay? Because it's Christmas and there's holidays and people are traveling. And at the same time, there's not a lot of listings in December because a lot of landlords know that it's just, they're gonna be losing money. So there's not a ton of listings in December, but if you're moving in December and you find a place that you like, you could potentially get a really good deal just because there's a lot of promos going on, like free rent for a month or 2 weeks free. They add stuff like that because they need to fill the place, you know, and they're losing money every day not doing so. So that's a good time to move. But again, there's not a ton of places in December. Moving on to like January, February, March, maybe even April, I would say is the best time to move. Again, just my opinion from my experience, because again, it is winter still here. It's rainy. No one wants to move during that time period. And there's not as many people looking either, because most of the leases start September or end of August. So there's just not a lot of people looking to live here. But with that being said, there's a lot of pros and cons to this as well, and I kind of want to go over those. So the pros of moving in the winter / early spring is that places are going to be cheaper because they need to fill them. Excuse me, I'm busy. There's less people looking. There's still people looking, but there's less. It's cold and rainy, no one wants to move. Same with like the December type of situation. There is more promos going on, like free rent for a month, weeks off. And also I feel like landlords are a little bit more flexible to work with you during this time period. Another thing to look out for that I've noticed is when you're moving in the springtime, a lot of places are cheaper. You get more bang for your buck, which is great. But here's the catch. A lot of leases are like 6 to 8 month leases, which sucks because that, like, let's just say you move in February, then you fall right at the September line. They're most likely gonna up the rent, or they're gonna be like, okay, your lease is up. If you stay with us, this is gonna be the rent. And most likely they're gonna try to find somebody else during that time period that will pay more than you will. And it's just gonna be, I mean, look, when you move into a place, you don't, most people, not everyone, you don't want a short-term lease because it's temporary then, right? And sometimes for your situation that can be great, but most of the times that's a really quick time to like make a place home, and then you feel like you gotta go because the price is up. So that's definitely something to look out for. If you do find a place that you like that is only a 6 to 8 month lease, you can always talk to the landlords about it and be like, hey, like, we would love to sign with this place, but we need it to be at least a 12-month lease. And sometimes I'm sure they're flexible and sometimes I'm sure they're not, but that is just something that I've noticed needs to be considered, because I don't know if you guys are like me, but I don't want to sign a 6-month lease and then move in 6 months. Like, no, I want to be there at least a year and then figure out my life after that. So in conclusion, the worst times to move in Seattle: early fall, August, September, maybe October. I feel like October is probably you're gonna be okay. But if you can avoid it, don't move in September because it is a shit show. It's a shit show. Everybody's looking, there's students, there's people from all over coming into Seattle. It's just a mess, it's a mess. And I've had to do that for the past 3 years and 2 years, 3 years. So if you are looking to move, if you have flexibility, whatever your situation is, try to move in the springtime or late winter. Is that the right term? January, February, March, April, I would say are a good time. During that time period is really good, and look out for deals like free rent for a month, tour as many places as you can. And if you do like a place, apply ASAP because the places do go really quick. So yeah, I hope that kind of helps you guys out a little bit. There's, again, no right or wrong answer to when the best time to move to Seattle or in Seattle is. It does really depend on your situation and also when you can go and move. But if you can help it, I feel like the winter and springtime are really great times. Comment below if you guys are in Seattle or if you moved in Seattle, if you agree with this or what you guys have found is really a great time to move, because this is just my opinion from my experience, but I know that we all have different experiences. And please, 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 in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Just help the community out a little bit. Anyways, if you guys liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It just lets me know if I should keep making content like this. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave them below. If you guys want to follow me on any of my socials, I'll have that linked in the description as well. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you very soon. Okay, bye.